Alright everyone, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to another episode of JIRO and CHI's English podcast. Thank you for your comments. We love hearing from you guys, so yeah, keep it up. And as always, hit the like button and subscribe. Tell your family and friends, bosses, spouses, whoever, man, alright?
Yeah, please. Anyway, I'm so excited to dive into today's topic.
Yeah, it's so exciting, man. Have you ever heard of eldest daughter syndrome? Neither have I. Until I read it, until I stumbled on this topic. I don't know why it came up in my feed, but apparently this is real. And it's something that if you have an older sister or a sister that's the oldest in your family, she might relate to this.
Hold on a second. Is this a topic the people in the U.S. is talking about currently? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I don't want to say this is woke, but I'm thinking it is, because after rereading this, I was thinking, are girls only prone to being responsible as the eldest child? I thought it was universal. Universal.
Definitely, because what I've heard of, is there's eldest child syndrome or firstborn, syndrome or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. I think it is much more universal stuff. But eldest daughter syndrome.
Yeah, they're just putting a spin on this. I think I think it was a very slow day in the newsroom. Huh? So this is one of their topics that they had to throw across. But this is an article from the Huffington Post. When I was reading this, I was thinking, I think this doesn't only apply to girls. I think it applies to both the boys as well.
Yeah. But I think there are certain family roles that only young girls have to do. They find themselves doing more domestic labor or let's say emotional emotional caretaking for a mom, or higher expectations than their younger siblings. But this doesn't limit it as a daughter.
Yeah, I think this applies to, like I said, both the oldest son and the oldest daughter. I think, and if you want to go back even further, I think going back to, you said that the girls tend to take on the domestic tasks around the house. What are the roles of men and women? I guess basically, right?
I don't know, man.
Because I was reading this and I was trying to understand their plight, and it's just, I think a bunch of people complaining about girls have to do this and and I think so do the boys, man. Especially in Asia. Think about the not burden, but the responsibilities of a firstborn son. Think about China, and they were literally murdering their first daughter, right? In order to get a son, right? So you think about the responsibility of a firstborn son. Is pretty heavy. I think not to be taken lightly. I think men or women. I think firstborn child. I think nowadays. You're gonna bear a lot of responsibilities, for your siblings if you do have any, right?
Yeah, the stuff that you mentioned is a pretty much an extreme case, but in Asian countries in general, especially in Japanese culture, probably the eldest kid is often expected to set up example for younger siblings.
Set the bar, dude. You know
exactly, and then take on leadership roles and within the family and very certain responsibilities for sure. But I think that's general in Asian countries. It happens in China, Korea, Japan, and I'm not sure about what's happening in the Western countries, but
let me ask you. You have an older brother, right?
Yep.
And do you think that he takes on more of as your parents age? Do you think he'll be the one who will have to step in and hey, I will care for them and financially or physically, whatever it is? Do you feel I'm the younger brother, I don't have to do anything, fuck it? I'm just gonna live my life. Like, no, right?
No, it's not like that. To be honest with you, I always kind of spoiled. But I don't think
Shut
up. but I think I don't think my brother is taking too much responsibility, and then doing some financial.
Well, not yet, Jiro. Not yet, right? 'Cause your parents are still they're able-bodied, so I mean they're. Right?
Yeah, I think it depends on the family, and depends on on the past perception that you have and expectations you have, right?
Because I mean, like I come from a big family, yeah? And like my oldest brother, he tends to like to take on the role of like caring for my parents, and like I mean, most of the time, you know what I mean. He'll not volunteer, but he'll just he'll be assertive about it, and do things that he thinks is required. Yeah. So I think yeah, there is a bit of a responsibility for the firstborn child. Like I guess some of these in this article, the women talk about like they have to be the the emotional not leader, but I mean they have to be the other mother. You know what I mean? And naturally, that's a woman. I'm saying a woman's job. I don't mean to stereotype, but I mean women are better at that. You know what I mean than men, right? Like
yeah, for sure.
and like the fact that we're trying to like say, oh, men and women are the same. No, we're not the same. Like physically, we're not the same. Emotionally, we're not the same. I just hope that like who wants this hard ass like mom? You know what I mean? Like you want someone who's gentle and kind, and like the fact that you're trying to sell this like I don't know, men and women are the same. No, I'm sorry, man. I think we're quite different. I mean, in that context, huh?
I might be in a stereotype in it, but I think it is typical, and then less general for some parents. I mean, especially in the Asian countries, to be harder on the firstborn child.
Yeah.
Right. So the firstborn child, or you can say eldest kid, whether it's a daughter or son. I mean, they tend to take on much more responsibilities within the family. And then you might have kind of perception that you have to be perfect in order to execute task assigned by your parents and stuff. And then it might be, it's likely feels like there's a lot of pressure to be a good role model within the family and to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean, I think for anybody who does have siblings, I think, especially if you have younger siblings, no matter whether you're in the middle or not, I mean, I think everyone feels that responsibility. Like I have a younger sister and brother, and I mean, to a certain extent, I felt responsible for them as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this topic is, like I said, it's probably something made up, and not made up, but I mean, like I think that they're being very liberal with their ideas here. I mean, like let me read you a line. It says, the author of this book, she's the oldest sibling, right? And this is a quote from the book. She says, by the time my youngest brother was born, when I was almost 11, I was overwhelmed with feelings of responsibility for his welfare. I used to sit by his crib and watch him sleep just to make sure he was safe. And I'm thinking, really? I mean, I love my siblings too. I would do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're a woman doesn't make. I mean, you felt like she had to. Like she says that she felt like responsible because she was the big sister and she was like the other mom, and I don't know. I mean,
I don't know, man. I mean, it might be like she was kind of struggling with perfectionism or something like that. I don't know, man.
Or maybe she felt like she needs to help mother out. I mean, like if you see your mother struggling, wouldn't you help your parents out? I mean, anyways, like you said, I think in Asia there is a bit more of that, or even in the Middle Eastern culture as well. The firstborn, especially with the son, they're asked to take on the responsibilities of if the father passes, you know what I mean? Like I think you go back in history, that's what happened, right? Firstborn son sort of took on all the responsibilities of manning the house, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at this article, and then I just stumbled upon another article, that is talking about why this happens. And then, according to this article, there are, at least 3 behavioral theories for eldest daughter syndrome. And I'm not sure if it's true or not, but yeah. And then they're often simultaneously at play, reinforcing one another. So let me explain about these 3 theories. So the one is the role modeling theory. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. The
role model being, yeah.
Yeah. So eldest daughters often follow their mother as a role model in learning to do gender. And another theory is called the sex typing theory. I don't know what this is, but the parents often assign different gender tasks to girls and boys. So sex typing often builds on parents' gendered understanding of domestic work as something associated within femininity, such as cooking, house cleaning, and shopping for women.
Okay.
And the last one, the labor substitution theory. So this is about when working mothers have limited time available for domestic work, eldest daughters often act as substitutes. As a result, they end up, spending more time on care provision and housework. So these are the 3 theories why, this eldest daughter syndrome, happens to some people. Do you agree with this?
Well, I mean, I guess I could relate to this because, I mean, I have 2 kids, and the older being my daughter, right?
Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, I do ask her to do things for us. Like if we're busy, if our hands are tied, I'll ask her to watch her little brother for a while, or I'll ask her to clean her room or help with the errands around the house. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I wouldn't go ask her to go go cut some logs, bring it in for the fireplace, something like that. But I don't know. I mean, to the second one you said that the sex type. Was it?
The sex typing theory?
Yeah, I mean, those household chores, I mean, I think nowadays are shared by both men and women. Huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, to what percentage, I don't know, but I mean, I would say a lot more men these days in 2024 did it than 50 years ago, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I guess to answer your question, I don't know, man. I mean... I don't want to hurt feelings by no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, this is just too genetic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I wouldn't treat my daughter differently if she was a boy. You know what I mean? If it was the first, I still give her the same lectures. I'd still give her I mean, obviously, I'd handle her a little differently because she's a girl. I mean, in some cases, but for the most part, I treat her like I would, my child.
So this might be a different question, but how would you, change your approach?
Now that I know this.
Huh? What is that?
Now that I've read all this information, you mean like this article?
Yeah.
What? I wouldn't change a thing, man. I'm stubborn like that. No. No. I mean, like, I don't think I'm like pigeonholing my daughter into like her role. You have to do this as a woman. I would never, and I'd never said to ever before, like, oh, you're a girl, you have to be like this. Like, I treat her like a human being, dude. You know what I mean? Like the fact that like nowadays the whole identity, like politics, is just ruining civilization. I think, huh?
Yeah.
Like the color of your skin, your sex, and whatever. I mean, no one cares, dude. In actuality, huh?
Yeah.
Like it comes down to your ability.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, I hope to all you listeners out there who are the eldest daughter, I hope we didn't offend you in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully you have a chance to reflect on your childhood and maybe what's led you to become the person you are today. But no, but in all seriousness, we hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for other topics, let us know in the chat, and leave us a comment.
Yeah, please leave us comments, and we are looking forward to it. So.
right, everyone, take care. See you later.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
ジローとチーの英語で雑談を聞いてくださり本当にありがとうございました。質問や感想、ポッドキャストで取り上げてほしいトピックなどありましたら、概要欄のリンクにてご連絡お願いします。また、このポッドキャストを聞いて少しでも良かったなと思ったら、お聞きの媒体にてぜひ良いレビューをお待ちしております。
Thank you for listening to JIRO and CHI's English podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss on the podcast, let us know through the link in the description. And if you enjoyed our podcast, leave us a positive review on the platform where you listen to it.
では皆さん、次回のエピソードでお会いしましょう。
Looking forward to seeing you guys again in the next episode. Take care and see you guys later.
Bye!